is a Bramble Jam podcast. Today is August 5th, and you should take the day off. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Take the Day Off.
Boy,
another day, another reason to take the day off because you have earned it.
Who works
You
Wednesdays?
have earned this
Who
day.
works Wednesdays? Nobody works Wednesdays.
It's Wednesday, August 5th. Welcome,
off.
everybody. Welcome, everybody.
The day.
The day.
Take the day
That's
off.
exactly right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the podcast where we show you and tell you reasons why you should take the day off. Every day, there's a good reason. And so we have another one for you today. And it's an ironic one, I think. It's an ironic one, a reason
really
to take
is.
the day off.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. Dan, how is your week going so far? It's hump. Take the day. Take the day. It's hump day today.
It's hump day
You remember that?
Who
Remember
works Wednesdays? I think you should just take the day off regardless. And today being work like a dog day.
Yes.
If you've been working like a dog, if the boss man won't stop, today's the day to take the day off. That's the key.
That's exactly.
If you're watching on our YouTube
right.
channel at 5 in the morning and you subscribed and you're getting ready for the day, trying to get in a good mood and good spirits, maybe you should take it seriously today and just shut it down.
That's exactly
Take the day off.
That's exactly right. We'll get to work like a dog day in just a second really quickly. If you have subscribed on YouTube, thank you. Send it to a friend. If you subscribed on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the podcast, thank you. Send it to a friend.
If you rated and reviewed us.
Either way, send it to a friend. I think lots of people would like to have reasons to take the day off, and we would like to give those reasons to them. And so please share this podcast with a friend. It's the daily podcast, Monday to Friday, giving you reasons to take the day off.
Take it off.
That's exactly
the day.
The day. That's exactly right. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy August 5th. Happy Work Like a Dog Day.
Work like a dog
And it is
day.
the reason that you should take the day off. Dan, last night I was actually walking my dog, Joey. I was walking
right.
Joey, and you saw me and you said, "Hey, Brad, come over here." So I turned around
I
and
use
walked.
that voice when I try to get your attention.
Yeah. So I walked the other opposite way. I walked towards your house. I was walking the other way. So I did a full 180 to go towards you. And you said, you are walking your dog. Tomorrow's work like a dog day. You're not going to believe how this day started. And I said, don't tell me. Save it for the pod.
Yeah, of course.
And so I would love to hear kind of how this day all came to be.
So in the late 1800s, labor unions became a big part of the United States. These workers would say, hey, we're not going to, hope you enjoy that beverage, we're not going to enjoy work until we have certain requirements met. Hours that we will work and won't work, paid time off,
Sure.
vacation, all these things. So these labor unions, they would go on strike and they would say, hey, we're not coming to the factory today. We're not working. And then there were some people that were known as scabs that would work anyway. They would work even though the unions were on strike. And
They were called scabs? Scabs?
Yeah, scabs.
Scabs.
Now, there were some unions that were so tight and so such a good community, they had no scabs, zero scabs, no
You don't
one
want
would cross the line.
scabs.
And so those factories had to hire dogs to work for them.
Yeah.
So the dogs didn't care. They didn't care if the union said no. The dogs, so there were a few years in the late 1800s where the dogs were operating heavy machinery with no opposable thumbs. And this is true. They would usually have the basset hounds in charge. and they would run. Were there some accidents? Were there some incidents? Were there some deaths? Yes, but these factories had to produce specifically textile mills. Textile mills were big Australian Shepherd territory. And so the dogs worked, and these people, these unions would go, we got to get back to work. These dogs are crippling us because they're keeping us from earning our hard-earned paycheck. What does a dog need a paycheck for? They don't need one. And so the unions got back to work because the dogs were out working, and they were working like a dog. And from then, the slogan "work like a dog" became a natural part of the colloquialisms and just the parlance of the United States of America.
Interesting. I have not found that. I haven't found that on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do a Google search?
Yes.
You used the internet.
I did.
And it wasn't there.
It was a no-go.
No basset hounds in charge with big construction.
Let me see if this rings any bells.
Okay, all right, go for it.
Because you're a history boy.
No. And I keep thinking I bring.
Do you
good
remember
stuff,
the movie Balto?
I do. It's the cartoon. It's a husky.
Yes, husky. And what did those dogs do, Dan? What did they do?
It did not work in a factory.
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Those dogs they'd be on a line. They would bring goods from different places. Right. They were sled
across
dogs.
the snow, sled dogs. Yeah.
They would bring medicine to people who needed medicine and all that good stuff. And I don't know if you've ever seen a dog do that. Those dogs are working hard.
They're working real hard.
And so when we say, man, that person's working like a dog, we're talking about those type of dogs. So this day is a day to honor the dogs that worked hard, but also to honor the people that we work with that are really hard workers.
Really hard workers.
Yes. The type of people that would run in snow to get medicine from A to B.
Working like a dog.
And so
when I told my 65-pound pit bull, I put an orange vest and a construction hat on him and told him to build my kid's swing set, and he didn't do it, I thought there was something defective with my dog. What you're saying is that dogs don't do that.
Most dogs don't do that. No.
Interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
So I think we've all worked with people that are like really motivated, really focused on their job. Kind of like the dog who would not break until he finished the task running from here to there. And so today is a day to honor those people. And maybe you're that person.
Yes.
Maybe you're the type of person that is such a hard worker. And we would simply say to you, take the day off.
You ain't had a day off
You
now
have
over
earned
a year?
it. That's exactly right. You're the type of person who saves up all of their time off.
And then just doesn't use it.
Because you're just like, oh, I got to work. I can't. Take the day off.
Take the day off.
You have earned today by working,
You're working like a dog. Take the day off. It's a Wednesday. Enjoy it.
Now, some issues have come up in regards to this day, such as it's not a federal holiday, etc.
What?
You won't see on the calendars.
So the government has yet to honor work like a dog day.
In fact, we don't even know who created this day.
What?
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Today's take the day off.
Yeah. You don't
work
need
like a dog.
The government. You don't need the man telling you when to take or what is and isn't a holiday. It's National Work Like a Dog Day. We said so. Take the day off.
Yes. Now, this is very important. There is another day that will come at some point during this year called Workaholics Day.
Okay.
This is not Workaholics
it's very
Day.
different.
There's very difference because you can work like a dog and still understand that when you leave work, you leave work at work.
You leave work.
You're working hard while you're working, but you're also not addicted to your work. And that's a very important distinction. And so if you're a workaholic, go to work. You did not earn this day. But
work like a dog day.
If you are somebody who is a hard worker, who's working like a dog, taking things from point A to point B, saving people's lives, doing whatever it is, you've earned the day.
Punching the clock every day. Consistent, loyal. Take the day off.
Take the day off. That's what we're trying to say.
That's why we have to work today.
That's
coincidentally. Right. We didn't earn it.
Guys, we haven't earned it. Clearly. We asked you guys yesterday about the work ethic of your dog. The question of the day is, how would you describe your dog's work ethic? With no other information did we ask that question. People didn't know that it was Work Like a Dog Day. We just asked the question. We got some answers. We're going to get to them in just a second, but first we're going to take one quick break, and we'll be back with the question of the day on Take the Day Off. Welcome back, everybody, to Take the Day Off. Happy Work Like a Dog Day.
Happy Work Like a Dog Wednesday.
We asked you all yesterday on the podcast, saying today's question of the day is going to be, how would you describe your dog's work ethic? Before we dive into the answers, Dan, I do want to know, we do both have dogs. We've had dogs over the years. How would you describe your dog's work ethic, and which dog would you say is the hardest working dog that you have ever had?
So I have always had rescue dogs in my house my whole life, and we have 3 rescues in the house. I have an almost 15-year-old tree walker coonhound who will tree and howl at anything, but is not a great worker.
I know when you get home.
Yeah, you do. Yep. I have, and you'd think in her old age she'd settle down. Nope, still has eyes just like a hawk, and just howls like crazy. Can't hear very well, which probably makes the howling worse. I have a 1-year-old pit bull puppy who is just a bundle of energy, but gets tuckered out pretty quickly. And then I have a 5.5-year-old pit bull German Shepherd mix, and he is a worker. In fact, our joke around the house is that he clocks out at the end of every night. Like, he is on, he's watching over the family. He is the sweetest dog in the world, but if anyone approaches from the fence, and he will stand in between my kids and that person and make sure that that person's okay. He sits out in the yard. He will literally just sit on the deck out in the yard and watch over the yard to make sure there's nothing going on. And if I'm not in bed, like if I go out to watch a movie or do whatever, or if I'm still staying up watching a baseball game, my wife goes to sleep, he will lay on the bed and curl up in my spot, and his eyes will be at the door, and he will not go to sleep until I come in and I go to sleep.
He doesn't take the day off.
He doesn't. He does not. And so whenever we both get in bed together, my wife and I, we see him just kind of curl up and lay down, and it's like he's literally clocking out. He literally clocks out at the end of every day, and when he wakes up in the morning, we're up and at him, he clocks back in, and that is his life, and he loves it. He does not take the day off. He just doesn't do it.
Yeah, so here's to you. Take the day off.
Here's to you, Boogaloo.
Boogaloo, Boogs.
Take the day off.
I have 2 dogs. One, his name is Joey. He's a golden doodle. He is very aloof. He is very scatterbrained. He's all over the place. I would not say he's a hard worker.
No.
He's very smart. He learns things quickly, but he is going to do whatever he wants to do. Yeah. He'll go all over the place. Rufus, my other dog, he is the type of dog where if he does see a squirrel, he will chase that squirrel until he gets the squirrel. A couple weeks ago, he was pawing at something in the yard. It was my son's, he has like a little coaster type thing where he goes down. And underneath it, he was like pawing at the box. I was like, what is he doing? I opened up the box. There's this mouse in the box. And the mouse like ran out. We were outside. It wasn't inside. And he just was like, I want to get that
freaking
mouse.
Out.
He was pawing at that for no less than 10 minutes, just over and over again, trying to get the thing. He's a very hard worker in regards to he wants to get the thing that he wants to get. He's a persistent. And that's part of being a hard worker, is being persistent. We did get a handful of answers. If you would like to answer the questions of the day, the best way to do it to help make sure that you are answered on the air is to join Bramble Jam Plus. Go to bramblejamplus.com and join, and you will be able to answer the questions of the day. We got an answer from Rachel Lilly, who has told us about her amazing Newfoundland mix. Newfoundland, yes. Newfoundland. Have you ever read the English language before? Newfoundland. I'm going to break it down into the 3 words that comprise this word. New, found, and land. Hey, how do you think Newfoundland got their name?
It's that we just found this land.
It's new.
It's a Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Let's call it Newfoundland. Who is just constantly wanting to help. She tells a story about her dad was pulling grapevine out of a tree at the edge of the yard, having trouble because it was caught up in the tree. He was pulling as hard as he could, getting nowhere, and the dog was seeing that. He suddenly, the dad found the weight being taken off of him. He was like, what is happening? Turns around. The dog was at the end of the grapevine, tight in the mouth. His feet dug into the ground, pulling as hard as he could, completely unprompted, successfully getting it out of the tree.
What a helper, that Newfoundland mix.
That's exactly right. That Newfoundland has a newfound sense of work because it's working hard. What else do we got, Dan?
Andy says she has cats. They're useless. Erin says that her dog's work ethic is better than hers. So, Erin, you go to work today.
Yes, you did not earn
the day off.
You didn't earn today.
Mally says that her Great Dane is a dumb jock, and so anything athletic, he has great work ethic, but anything else, he's a dummy, dumb. Yep. Understand that.
Yep. And Tracy said that her dog's work ethic is Fern and Incredible. What does that mean?
That's the dog's name, I would assume.
Fern Incredible. She, as a small terrier mix, has eliminated, in quotes, if you will, 19 chipmunks so far in just a few years. Fiona, who's a small shepherd mix, lives to be served in love, does not lift a paw. It is interesting how different dog breeds are different type of workers. They do different things, and it's just fascinating. Each dog is different. Each dog is
different.
Yes,
sure. And then Fiona says that her dog's work ethic is very poor. Sleeps and eats all day. Only gets motivated when visitors comes over. Cute, but otherwise useless. That dog is not working like a dog.
That is fair.
Somebody needs to get that dog a factory job stat.
So for those of you out there, I would encourage you to, if you are somebody who has a good work ethic, who is working like a dog, you've earned the day, take the day off.
Take the day off.
If you are somebody who is maybe less than motivated, maybe doesn't work very hard.
Maybe wait till tomorrow.
There's going to be plenty of reasons to take the day off. I would just maybe say this one's not for you. This one's not for you.
Not for you.
But there's going to be a lot of reasons to take the day off. So come back tomorrow. Maybe there'll be another one. And speaking of tomorrow, if you would like to answer tomorrow's question of the day is this: what is the most embarrassed you've been by your bad breath?
Wow.
So just a teaser for tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Another reason to take the day off. I think that's it. We did it.
We did it.
Happy Work Like a Dog Day, everybody.
Palaha's going to take us out with
That's exactly right.
Coup.
That's exactly right. We'll see you tomorrow. Here is Palaha.
Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the government. You still got a deal. Have a great day.
Bramble Jam's a podcast network that produces Take the Day Off. It's produced here in Greenville. Yeah, that Greenville, South Carolina. Go to BrambleJamPodcast.com for more information. Email Bran at BrambleJamPodcast.com. Email Dan at BrambleJamPodcast.com. Take the day off.